Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We don't know.
Morning.
Okay.
All right.
We chose St. John the Baptist because of the sense of community. And it's actually several things. That's a simple answer, right? So when we first moved to Portland, we looked at several different communities. And what initially drew us was actually Father Robert and Mother Heather and their sermons and just the kind of thought-provoking nature of them and kind of making us feel like we were thinking of the gospel in a new way, and kind of that. And then what kept us coming to St. John's is this community, that welcoming nature, and really the support for our family. The children's programs, like going to the church school and the nursery for Avinash, and the Christmas pageant. You know, we have several friends who are in different churches, and we've actually had them come do the Christmas pageant in our church because they've got.
It's more fun.
It is more fun, yeah. So
I came here 9 years ago, and my former parish was Christ Church, St. Michael's, Maryland, and that was a church that was warm. It was family. Anything went wrong, the whole church was there for you to be supportive. I came here 9 years ago looking for a church that I would have that same feeling of warmth, and I went all over Portland and Lake Oswego. And then one day I met Brenda Henderson, and I said, "You're a Brit. You must be an Episcopalian." She said, "Yes." I told her my story. She said, "Come to my church. I'll pick you up on Sunday." I walked into this church. The minute I walked in, I said, "I have found a family."
Lengthy prospect to put the cantata in the midst of a worship service, because it has its own length in itself. And I think our music director Scott was a little concerned with that when he asked me the other night about my preaching. And he said, well, you know, that the cantata is sort of like a sermon in itself. And I began to think about that, and I hope that may be true in terms of proclaiming the good news of God in Christ, but I certainly know it was intended to be a meditation on each of those 9 fruits of the Spirit. And my hope is that we, not only today, but will continue to draw inspiration from those gifts and to delve more deeply into them.
Father Robert, at St. John the Baptist Episcopal Church, can you explain what is meant by tradition welcomes diversity, and how does this resonate or relate to the church's mission?
Sure, I'd love to talk about that. This parish had a leadership group a number of years ago, our vestry, that wanted to sort of develop a little tagline that would encapsulate who we are as a parish. And they came to 3. The first one was tradition, that people loved the Anglican or Episcopal tradition in our worship and the way we live together, its historical connection back through the ages. But another word that came up was diversity, that people really honored a diversity of thought, a diversity of age, diversity of race, abilities. We all thought this makes us a stronger community, and that we in fact have quite a bit of diversity in our parish. And then the third word that came forth was more of a verb. It was welcome. People really sensed this as a place of welcome. And it didn't matter if you'd been here for 35 years or it was your first Sunday walking in the door, people said they felt welcome. And we then got a little group together to sort of work on crafting a statement. We tried all kind of things. And then it was like the light bulb went off, and we saw that the words themselves made the statement. Tradition welcomes diversity. And we thought about that, and we said, you know, that there's truth in advertising there, because we do value that tradition, and we do welcome, and not only do we welcome diversity.
Here we are. So anyway, so tell me about what brought you to St. John's.
I moved to Oregon to take care of my little family. I had a new grandchild, and I knew about Father Robert because he was the rector in the parish where I served in California.
Oh wow, okay.
So I visited, and then I talked with the bishop, and the bishop said, yeah, I think you should try St. John's. So that's what brought me.
Oh wow. So tell me a little bit about the joy that you see in the parish.
The joy that I truly, truly feel in this parish is the deep sense of love that people have for each other, and the willingness to share each other's, not only each other's joys, but each other's burdens. It's really very moving to me.
The gifts of God for the people of God, taking in remembrance that Christ died for you. Lead on him in your hearts by faith with thanksgiving.
Can we ask you a question?
No, we
While you're flipping burgers.
While you're flipping burgers.
So we want to know, how did you know that St. John's was your home?
Oh well, Arnie and I came in 1991, and Father Roy welcomed us, and especially Arnie, who grew up Jewish, and that was all it took.
Well, I know you're an old timer.
Well, we've had 3 generations of family
That have gone through
St.
this.
John's, and loved everything from the middle school and high school programs up to all the support as we get older and for our parents, and so it's just been a welcoming community to be in, from the young to the old and getting older.
When you talk about diversity, for me it makes me think about diversity of music, and I think that St. John's I'm so thankful that we can have
By the
such
way, it was
diverse music.
beautiful today. I just want you to know. It really was.
Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Beyond excellent, over the top. It was very moving.
Is it fun to go to church?
Yeah.
Yeah.